I sell leads for a living, and I'll be the first to tell you, leads alone don't make you money. What you do with them does. Today I'm sitting down with Shawn Meaike, who built one of the biggest life insurance agencies in the country, and he says the business requires zero talent. What it does require is accountability, the right mindset on every call, and the willingness to be honest with your prospects even when it's uncomfortable. He breaks down how to frame a sales call so the lead actually trusts you, and why objections are really a test, and the one question that changes every conversation. May I have your permission to be completely honest with you? This one's a gut check. Grab a pen and let's lock in.
What's up, Jeremy?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you, brother?
Doing great, doing great. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time to hop on and train. We were
100%.
trying to, I know it's like a 24-hour notice, but we try to get as many people on the call as we could.
100%, dude.
Yeah. And I appreciate you signing this book for me too. When we're out
Hey,
at night, I just started reading it, and I love the beginning, especially that moment where you were like, "Can I afford,
yeah.
the formula?" Like that's everybody has that moment in life, and so like it seems like that was the moment that triggered things for you. So, anyways, just thought,
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for your support.
sure. So on this call, we're gonna give away six $500 lead credit. And I'd like you to pick or want people that are here on time, that are maybe in the middle of the call or towards the end, but I'd love you to pick some throughout the call. And then we'll get them their lead credit or lead
Sound, sound-
vouchers.
Sounds good to me, dude. You let me know what you want from me, when you want me to start ripping, and I'll go.
Okay. Well, obviously, you already don't need any introduction, but you probably know this guy, the founder of FFL. He's graced us with his presence and some time. So, Shawn, I'd just love you to talk about, maybe your background and what these agents can do to help build their business and maybe mindset. Anything along those lines would be great.
Yeah, man.
So,
I appreciate it. Let me get on, Jeremy. I've known you for a number of years now, so thank you for what you do. And anytime anybody's doing anything that benefits the agents at Family First Life, that I'm excited about that, and I'm fully supportive of that. I mean, if you don't know me really quick, my background, I didn't, man, my mom raised me, we were broke, and also my stories are true, unlike most stories on social media. Just so you know, like mine are actually genuinely true. They're not made up, which makes it weird to lie about your story or your background, but unfortunately people do it. And I got into life insurance when I was 36, and I didn't get into life insurance because I was trying to get rich. I didn't, people were like, man, were you trying to build the biggest distribution? Were you trying to get wealthy? I'm like, no, dude, I was trying to get paid. Like, no, I was trying to get paid. I was already working a job, and it didn't allow me to support my family the way I wanted to. And I was a social worker. I worked with abused and neglected children, and like would deal with their parents and deal with really awful things that would happen to kids. And when I saw life insurance, I was only attracted to the business because it had leads. That's it. Like I had leads and I can make money. I didn't understand building a team. I didn't understand anything other than these guys have leads. I don't cold call. I've done it, but I was never going to do it for a living. I don't cold knock. I've done it. I would never do it for a living. I think door knocking is asinine. I think if you do it, then you're somebody that chooses to work harder than you should to have a less of a result. And if somebody can convince you to move across the country, to pretend to make a bunch of money, to knock on doors all day long, they're lying to you, which is fine. That's their business. They have to deal with themselves. I believe in lead-based sales. I believe in life insurance to my core. I believe in doing it the right way. Like that's what I do. And I think that, for me, Jeremy, when we founded Family First Life, what we founded it on is still true today. I mean, the reality really is that this is an amazing business, and done the right way. It really is. It's a punitive business if it's done the wrong way for people. If you don't do it the wrong, I think if you do it the wrong way, you should get out of it. Um, and I really do. I think that I sold life insurance full time for years, and I did it the right way. And that's what I did. I met with people and helped protect their families financially, whatever that they could put in place. And but the mindset that I had when I started this business is what's allowed me to be successful. The mindset that I have today is the same mindset I had dialing leads 17 years ago. The exact same one. Number one, I understood my relationship with the lead and the client. I understood that that person was somebody that had said, I need your help. That was somebody who was unable to or unwilling to go get the information elsewhere. Like that's how they found me. And I understood that if I was ambivalent, like, and if I was a little indifferent, like I didn't care, if I was cautious, if I was scared, then they would say no. I understood that clients' number one fear is being lied to. Their fear isn't that you don't know everything. Their fear is you're lying to them. You don't call them, or if it's inbound lead or you're calling them. That doesn't happen because they're not worried that you don't have every ounce of information about insurance. You can look it up, you can go online, you can call a carrier, you can do some research. They just want to make sure you're not taking advantage of them and lying to them. That's all they want. And I think that what happens to most people in this business that are not successful is they never adopt a positive mindset. And I don't mean positive mindset like you get out of bed and go, everything's gonna be good today, life's good. No, I mean you understanding that these are people that need your help and ask for it and act accordingly. Knock it off. Like, what are you so afraid of? People are like, I'm like, are you nervous to call or dial the phone? They're like, yes. I'm like, why are you nervous? Now, if they go, I don't want to let somebody down, I'm like, okay, cool, I get it. That's not usually what they say. But I'm like, why are you nervous? Like, you're going to call somebody and have a discussion with them that's honest. What would make you afraid to do that? That's really, really, that's crazy, you know? And I think for me, at the end of the day, what I understood wholeheartedly and unequivocally was, you know what? Every one of these people represents somebody who's going to die, and we don't know when. So at the end of the day, if I'm just honest with them, life's going to be good, which is my favorite question in any sale ever in life insurance was, it's a question, may I have your permission to be completely honest with you, regardless if I think you want to hear it or not? And that like yanked every ounce of fear out of everything for everybody because it's like, hey, dude, if you got cancer and heart disease and this is the only policy that you can like qualify for, I'm being honest with you. Like I'm just shooting you straight about what it is. So at the end of the day, what would we be arguing about? Hey, Tom, is it okay? Do I have your permission, Tom, to be brutally, ridiculously honest with you? No matter what happens to our interaction today, Tom, I'm not going to lie to you about anything. Who's going to debate that? And at the end of the day, people just don't do that. Now, should I have to say that? No, everybody should tell the truth all the time, but unfortunately, people don't. We're human beings, right? So and people get into sales and they're short-sighted. And if you cut corners in this business, you can hurt somebody. Like that's the problem. You're not selling, you know what I mean? You're not selling pens. And you sell the pen and shortcut me and the pen dies in 2 months instead of 2 years. You didn't really harm me. I just had to buy another pen. But in the life insurance business, man, if you're not going to stand up for people, then you need to get out of the way. If you stand up, you'll stand out. If you stand up for people in this business, you'll stand out. If you don't want to stand up for them, get out of the way and let somebody else do it. If I walk outside my office door, there are like 10 rules in this office. There's 100 people in there. And I took the top producers. I said, you guys create the rules. What do you want the rules to be? The very first rule is they created them was they want people to have a positive mindset. Weird, right? Positive mindset. Their second rule is if you're not issuing 15,000 a month minimally and you've been here 90 days and you're full time, you should get a job to supplement your income because you're not making money. Another great rule. They have rules like if you're not having success, please stop training other people. Like, please stop doing that. If you're not having success on the phone, don't spend longer complaining about the call than the actual call took place. Just get back on another call. Like they go on and on and on and on with these rules, but they're all really about mindset, which is completely controllable. What's great about our business is anybody can do it. I need you to hear me again that anybody can be successful life insurance sales. I had a guy call me the other day and said, I'm going to go door to door. Can anybody do door to door? I said, absolutely not. I can do it. I've done it and I had success. Absolutely not. It is a mother freaking grind. And if you're like, well, I'm not saying you can't love it. I'm just saying everybody can't do it. It requires some ability to just say these things all day long, work 14 hours a day, have the courage to knock on the door without anybody's approval. And also, it is a lie when I answer the door and you say, did your neighbor tell you I was coming? You're like, I don't even know my neighbor. Like, that's weird. Stop doing that. So, but in lead-based sales, anybody can do it. So now if anybody can do it and you're not having success, you have to figure out why are you not achieving it? Because it requires literally no talent. But it does require the right mindset and the right work ethic. Also, to be able the ability to invest in yourself. I can discern who to work with based on how they feel about themselves, based on how they invest in themselves. That could be, are they working hard during the day? Do they buy leads? Like, if you don't believe in you, why would I believe in you? Like, you have to understand that. Why would I believe in you? And if I don't believe in you, why would your client believe in you? And if your client doesn't believe in you, why would they let you protect them? There's nothing cute to say on the phone. You're just directing people to buy life insurance that they said they already want to buy. There's no arguing with them because they're on the phone. They can hang up and they win. Why are you arguing with them? I don't understand why you're calling me. Well, because you fill this out. I don't understand why you're confused about me calling you. This isn't a good time. It's not a good time for me either, but you answered the phone. Like, you've got to just keep moving forward. You can be confident and respectful. You can be strong and be a decent human being. Like, you can say those things and people will tend to continue to pay attention to you. And you can be completely transparent about who you are and what you do. And the reality is, if you do that, you're going to love this industry. You're going to love it to its core. And if you don't do it, you're going to hate it. Like, you'll hate it with a passion. So the thing about this industry is 15, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, a lot of folks that weren't wealthy just weren't obtaining life insurance. And if they did, it was from there were like one or two options to go through. But nowadays, our focus is the middle American market. Nobody ever knocked on my mom's apartment door when I was a kid, ever. I was there. Like, it was just me, her, and my brother. I would have known if somebody knocked on our apartment door, tried to sell life insurance. I was pretty astute. She worked a lot of hours. So my brother and I would have been home alone, most likely, which was fine because it was a different world, right? But I would have known. My uncles died, my grandparents died. Nobody had any life insurance. So I'm like, okay, why in the world are we not more excited about protecting people? If you hired me to sell life insurance to uber wealthy people and you're like, hey, this is going to help with their estate planning, it's not that it's not a great thing and they should have the absolute right to buy it. I have plenty of stuff that I've worked on and put together for my family, but it wouldn't inspire me. When I'm on the phone with somebody and I know that I might be the only one they ever talk to about protecting their family, I might be the only one. I treat every single client like I'm the only one they're ever going to talk to. Because when they hang up with me, if they don't get the policy, they may never talk to anybody ever again. And now you start moving from, did I help you or hurt you? Because I'm not going to go to a job and do harm to people. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. So I want to bring value to you. I want to help protect your family, your future, what's out there. And I think that people really got to understand that concept when they start putting things together. Like when people are only focused on price. And I mean the agent. You go, the client is. No, the client's focused on only price when you're focused on only price. And if you're and I'm not saying you should sell people what they need and what they're going to pay for every month. What they need and what they're going to pay for every month. Well, they can't afford it, Shawn. They live in America. They have a cell phone. They have a car. They have a place to live. Like, don't come at me with that. That's BS. You need to miss me with that. I'm not buying that. But if your only focus is how cheap it can be and not the value, then you're devaluing them. The beautiful thing about life insurance is the more it costs, the more you get. It's not like buying a car. Like, you and I could I could buy a car for 10 grand less than you, and my car might outlast your car. It might. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's what goes wrong with it, the engine. Life insurance is actuarial science. Health, age, gender, smoke, not, whatever other factors they put in there, and then a price. And the carriers are all in the same ballpark. So the reality is that, why am I devaluing you and your family? I want you to get what you can pay, what you will pay for every month. That's what I want you to get. And I want your family to have the most protection they can because they deserve it. And if you didn't fill something out online, send it back, ask a question, go to a website, call in. If you didn't do that, you didn't do that because you're concerned about the safety of your family. You're concerned about the financial future of your family. And I'm aware you're concerned about that. So if you're concerned about it, I'm concerned about it. So let's do something about it today. And when people start testing you, like I always, and I just kind of laugh and I'm being sarcastic when they're like, I'm going to call him back. I'm like, that's just the weird. My job, if I'm talking to Tom, is not to placate Tom. It's not to be scared of Tom. It's not, my job is to get Tom life insurance because he asked me to get him life insurance. That's my job. Like, that's the deal at the end of the day. So if Tom's on the phone, I'm in charge. Again, I don't go when I know who's in charge when I go places. I just went to my dude over here that's a trainer for the football program at the college over here, who's a great dude, helps me out. Like when I walk in there, I don't give him advice on how I can, loosen up my bat, my like. I don't do that, man. It's his world. I go in there, but also he's very confident in we do this, it gets better. We do this, it gets better over here. We do like it's his world. You have to be in control of your world. You have to be somebody that people see as a strong individual that they're drawn to. Is your tonality on the phone strong? Are you asking good questions? Are you doing those things? And the reality is that you have to decide if you're in control of the conversation or not. And if you answer all the questions, then you don't have control. If you're asking more questions than you're answering, you probably have control. I don't understand why you keep calling me. I don't understand why you reached out to us and you're frustrated by my phone call. Can you please tell me why? Question mark. I can't afford it. I haven't even told you how much it is yet. How did you decide you can't afford it? Question mark. This isn't really a good time. I'd need you to call me back some other time. You answered the phone. How can this not be a good time? Question mark. I'm not really interested. Neither am I. But why are we on the phone and why did you fill this out? Question mark. Hey, man, I appreciate all the information, Shawn. I'm going to take it all in consideration and make some phone calls to some other people. If you don't mind me asking, I said I'd be truthful with you. Why are you lying to me? What do you mean? Why are you lying to me? What do you mean? I'll do it again. Why are you lying to me? You have the information. What do you have, an insurance board of consultants you call? No, you have all the information. You know exactly what it's going to cost. You need this to protect your family, and you're trying to convince me to put me off so you don't have to go ahead and make a decision and get it today. But you and I both know that your family is not going to be protected, and you're going to continue to think about it. It's why you fill it out. So here's what we're going to do. The most magical line in sales. Here's what we're going to do. So here's what we're going to do, Tom. That one for $141.12 a month that has this death benefit and these benefits, living benefits for your family, we're going to go ahead and get that one because you don't have any coverage right now and you have 3 kids and a wife, and we know you need to do that. So here's what we're going to do. So what I need you to do, Tom, is grab me this additional information, give me your banking information when we get out of your account, get that thing started, and make sure your family's protected. They're going to send you a policy. You can put it in a drawer somewhere, and that drawer is going to give you a peace of mind. You ain't going to think about this on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. You're not going to fill anything else out. You don't have to worry about it. If anybody calls you and pretends they got something better, call me because I'm independent. I'll go through it with you. If there's a better option, I'll get you one. But you take control. They're waiting for you to take control. They're waiting for you to take control respectfully. They're waiting for you to challenge them. Why do they come up with objections? To see how much you care. No, hear me again. They come up with objections to see how much you actually care. Oh, wow, wait a minute. So they're not really saying I want to think about it? No, I just want to see how much you care. I mean, I don't met you yet. I'm over the phone. I got to give you all my information. Do you really give a damn about my family or not? Because if you don't, I'm good. Like, I'm not going to go trust you because the reality is the greatest asset I bring as an insurance agent is when this policy needs to be, when you need to cash in on this policy, when your beneficiaries need to receive their benefit, you got me getting the benefit. So let me ask you something, Tom. Based on the conversation you've had with me, do you think I'm going to do my job if there's an incident where you need to access the living benefits, or if and when there's a death? Do you think that I'm the right guy to call the insurance carrier, get everything filled out, stay on top of them to make sure your wife and your kids get their money as fast as humanly possible? Do you question my ability to do that? Strength is attractive to people. Weakness will repel them. If you pick up the phone and you're weak on the phone, they will not like you or trust you. And that's okay. You go, okay, no, meaning like I can't make you change your mindset. You can. And the mindset is no talent. Nobody's born with a positive mindset. We have life experiences that dictate the mindset we choose to have. Life experiences, which dictate mindset, but then we still choose to have it. I have a brother who grew up in the exact same apartment I did. Same mom, same stuff, same life experiences, same BS and trauma, same everything. And we couldn't be any more different. Life experiences. I chose a mindset. He chose a mindset. His business, my business. Life is good. Ain't mad. But you have to figure this thing out. And if you feel like the conversation on the phone is getting out of control, the magic is start asking questions. It brings people back in. It asserts your authority. Hey, Tom, I thought I was the only one on the phone with a life insurance license. Hey, Tom, you told me you were a mechanic. Would you like me to bring my car to your shop and tell you how to fix it? No, of course not, Shawn. Then why are you telling me how to do my job, Tom? With all due respect, it's kind of frustrating, bud. It's a little bit frustrating. You got to change speeds on the phone. If you talk like this all the time, well, you're going to lull people into familiarity. Familiarity breeds contempt. Change speeds, change the inflection of your voice. You don't have to be that guy or that girl. Be you, but you have to change the way you're communicating. But be you, but you still have to change the way you're communicating. And I think that we need more people to understand that the first few seconds on the phone, it's really about how you sound and less about what you say than what you don't say. Let the person say whatever they want within reason, as long as they're engaged around the phone. Well, my client was difficult. Oh, so you mean somebody with no life insurance or very little life insurance who doesn't know you was a little bit difficult when they started the phone call because they don't know who you are and they're a little bit nervous and scared? Oh, wow. Wow. Unbelievable. I can't believe they felt that way. Of course they did. But if you assert yourself as the professional and you're honest with them and you do your job and you're consistent, what gives people a sense of urgency? On the phone. Short-term goals and structure. Tom, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you the following questions. We're going to get the information. We're going to see if you're eligible and you qualify. That takes 15 minutes. Tom, then we're going to go ahead and once you're qualified, make sure we get the beneficiary information right, validate for you the process so that you understand what happens when there is a death. And that like you walk them through short, hey, Tom, when you're approved, here's how long it's going to take to get you a policy. Here's when to draft your account. The more structure and short-term goals you provide, the more of a sense of urgency the clients are going to have. Don't expect a sense of urgency if you don't provide either for them. You should expect them not to have a sense of urgency because you're not helping them have one. So you really need to start thinking about everything I'm talking about. And the last couple of things I'm going to say to you is, when you listen to what I'm saying, life is about being success, I should say. Success is about being a good student. And good students are always learning. Like they never stop learning. They're perpetual learners. It's what they do. So you have to understand at the end of the day that as you're growing in this business, all you're continuing to do is look at people that are having success. And also, there are people that are not doing well that you can learn a lot from. I've had a lot of people in my life, both personally as a kid, professionally when I was getting into businesses, that didn't do things the right way. They were a great role model of what not to do. So if you're listening to somebody on the phone who is not doing well, you can learn from that. Man, the way he sounds, man, she's not having success. Let me ask myself, okay, because I don't want to imitate or replicate that. Oh, she loses control of of her emotions. He loses control of his emotions. I've made tens of thousands of phone calls. I sat in plenty of homes, sell life insurance. I've been selling since I was 18, 19, been door to door. I don't yell and scream at clients. I don't get emotional. They don't get me. I don't say they are this or they are that. Accountability will create success in sales. Give me a salesperson who had a tough day who says, Man, I had a tough day. I just got to get better, man. I was getting stuck here. I had this objection here. I was getting banking information here, man. You know what I mean? Like I really wasn't getting to where I needed to get to. And okay, cool. That's accountable. Or as a lot of folks, which most of y'all love you. I'm Shawn. I'm your friend. I love you. But the minute you start saying they aren't listening, they don't care, they are so this, they are so this, they are so this. It's like, what about you? Because guess what? Everywhere you go, you're there. So for those of you that are not having the success you want, everywhere you go, you're there. And somehow we point at everybody. I mean, I'm not big on like stupid, like once you point a finger, there's three more pointing back at you. It's like, dude, that's just dumb. Like I don't like dumb, cute quote sayings that have been said forever. I just think it's weird. But I will tell you that accountability will give you an unbelievable level of success in this business, and the work ethic. But can you have the work ethic when it's going good or bad? I got a lot of people that have a work ethic when it's going good. Killer Monday, they're there on Tuesday early, man. Oh, Tuesday was good. I'm there early Wednesday. Problem is, can that guy or girl be there on Friday when Thursday was good? Can they be there on Monday can they do that? Does that make sense? Like you've got to understand at the end of the day, I always worked as hard as I could no matter what. Great day, bad day, terrible day, unbelievable day, greatest week ever. Man, that was a terrible week. I always kept moving. I did not ride that emotional roller coaster, and you can't either. So, Jeremy, that's what was on my heart and my mind for 26 minutes. And if there's anything else you want from me before I hang up, I will. I got 4 more minutes, but let me know if you need something from me.
Yeah, I mean, so a lot what you said seems like it's framing. How do I frame myself? And maybe if you don't have that frame currently, maybe borrowing someone else's frame so you can operate in a competent manner. Would you say kind of the theme in a way?
Yeah, I mean, and the reality really is that if you're not seeing yourself that way, that's on you.
Hmm.
And also, I'll be honest, I don't hide my faith from anybody. I have a faith. I believe in God. I surrender. I need to get better at it. But I will tell you that you just can't have that fear if you genuinely have faith. So you kind of have to pick one. Like you just kind of like you can do whatever you want. I'm not a theology student. I'm not qualified to be a pastor, but I've heard a lot of them speak. The only book I read every day is the Bible. There's nowhere in there to say be filled with anxiety and fear. Because like you're good, man. You got God. Like, dude, what are you
Hmm.
talking about? You know what I mean? So I think at the end of the day, dude, it's one of those things where you really got to put yourself in a position to win. You got to put yourself in a position where you understand. And also like you're going to have people that are going to doubt you. We're going to have people that get on this call that don't do anything. They're going to doubt me. And they might even make a comment behind my back. They won't do it here. They won't get in their car and come here. I'll tell you that right now, they won't. That dude will not come to my office and come here or my house. He will not. But he'll do it online. What do I care? I'm worried about God's judgment, not some
Hmm.
dude I ain't never gonna meet who don't do nothing. The hell I care.
Right.
So you really got to understand at the end of the day, man, you have the ability to have as much success as you want. And this business is a beautiful business, and you should believe in you. Most people will tell you to believe in other people and they'll pump them up. I could teach all of you to do my job. I run the entire company, but you might not want to do it, but I could teach you to do it. It doesn't take any inordinate talent. You got to work hard, and there's a lot of other BS you deal with that you might not want to deal with. But at the end of the day, Jeremy, I'm excited for what you're doing. Let's just keep putting people in a position to win. You guys provide leads, forming a great platform, and people seem to really love that, which is great. And that makes me happy. Family First Life was never going to be a lead provider. I think any IMO or FMO or NMO that becomes their own lead provider, I think can never be objective. I think that's a dangerous and slippery slope to be in. And then they usually choose one lead. And when that falls apart, the people are going to run because there's no leads. And my deal is like, dude, we don't do that. We don't have a lead. Like whoever wants to create these lead companies, go do it. And as long as they're compliant and they're good for our agents, we support it. We've been a fan of you and go because what you provide for the agents. Every decision at FFL has to be great for the client, great for the agent. It can't hurt the company in that order. So thanks for letting me get on, Jeremy.
Appreciate you. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for hopping on. Appreciate you very
Thank,
much, Shawn.
thank you guys. Have a great day.
Have a blessed day.